How did cars become smarter, safer, and insanely powerful before the tech boom of the 2000s? From turbocharged beasts and airbag-packed muscle to onboard computers that spoke diagnostics, the auto world was already breaking limits decades ago. Did you know the first ABS debuted in 1978 and remote keyless entry existed back in 1982? These innovations didn't just shape luxury, they transformed how we drive today. Want to know what came first? Safety, speed, or style? Stay with us as we decode the 10 mind-blowing car innovations before 2000 that changed the road forever. Don't forget to subscribe for more automotive content. 10. Anti-lock braking system. ABS was a breakthrough safety feature introduced in the 1978 Mercedes-Benz S-Class W116, developed with Bosch. It prevented wheel lock during sudden braking, especially on wet or icy roads, allowing drivers to maintain control. Powered by a 6.9-liter V8 engine producing 286 horsepower, the W116 offered unmatched performance for its time. It reached a top speed of 140 miles per hour with a fuel economy of around 12 to 15 miles per gallon. Priced near $38,000, around $170,000 today, it was a luxury sedan with groundbreaking features. The ABS used electronic sensors and hydraulic valves to detect and control skidding. This innovation became a legal requirement in many countries and set the standard for modern vehicle safety systems. 9. Airbags. Airbags first appeared as an optional feature in the 1973 Chevrolet Impala, offering a major advancement in passenger protection. Designed to inflate instantly during a collision, they reduced impact injuries by absorbing crash force. According to NHTSA, frontal airbags cut driver fatalities by 29%. The 1973 Impala came with a 5.7-liter V8 engine, producing around 175 to 245 horsepower and reached speeds up to 115 miles per hour. It offered a fuel economy of about 12 to 15 miles per gallon, with prices starting near $4,500 at launch. Alongside airbags, it featured crumple zones and a steel safety cage, pushing car safety to a new level. This innovation became a foundation for today's advanced restraint systems. 8. Fuel injection system. The fuel injection system replaced the outdated carburetor by precisely injecting fuel into the engine, improving both power and efficiency. Bosch introduced the first electronic fuel injection in the 1967 Volkswagen 1600, but it gained widespread use during the 1980s. Cars like the 1982 Chevrolet Camaro Z28 used a 5.0-liter V8 engine with 165 horsepower, achieving a top speed of around 120 miles per hour. It delivered an average fuel economy of 18 to 22 miles per gallon, with prices starting near $8,000. Fuel injection improved cold starts, reduced engine knocking, and produced lower emissions, aligning with rising EPA standards. This system marked a major shift towards smarter, cleaner engines that still power today's vehicles. 7. Onboard diagnostics, OBD2. Onboard diagnostics. 2. OBD2 became mandatory for all U.S. vehicles in 1996, providing real-time data and error codes to identify engine or emissions issues. Earlier versions like OBD1 surfaced in the late 1980s but lacked standardization. The 1996 Ford Taurus, one of the early OBD2 compliant cars, featured a 3.0-liter V6 engine with 145 to 200 horsepower, a top speed of about 115 miles per hour, and fuel economy of 19 to 27 miles per gallon. Its starting price was around $17,000. OBD2 enabled mechanics to plug in a scanner and instantly detect issues, cutting diagnostic time and improving emissions control. This system made vehicles more intelligent, reliable, and easier to maintain for owners and technicians alike. 6. Turbocharging. Turbocharging hit U.S. roads in 1962 with the Oldsmobile Jetfire and Chevrolet Corvair Monza Spyder, marking a major leap in performance. These cars featured turbocharged V8 and flat 6 engines, producing up to 215 horsepower, with top speeds of 110 to 120 miles per hour. The Jetfire offered around 16 to 18 miles per gallon and cost about $3,000 at launch. The system used forced air to boost power without increasing engine size, making it ideal for both performance and efficiency. While early systems were complex, the 1970s oil crisis revived interest due to fuel-saving benefits. Turbocharging later became a core technology in sports and economy cars alike, blending speed, fuel economy, and engine downsizing. We hope you're enjoying it, so subscribe and hit the bell to stay updated. 5. Cruise control. Cruise control was invented by Ralph Teeter in 1948 and first introduced in production cars by Chrysler in 1958. It allowed vehicles to maintain a constant speed without the driver pressing the accelerator, reducing fatigue on long trips. The 1958 Chrysler Imperial featured a 6.4-liter V8 engine, producing 345 horsepower, reaching speeds of up to 130 miles per hour, with fuel mileage around 12 to 14 miles per gallon. Priced near $5,500, it was a luxury sedan loaded with features like power windows, push-button transmission, and the innovative autopilot cruise system. This technology became widely adopted in the 1970s, enhancing driving comfort and improving fuel efficiency on highways. 4. Electronic stability control. Electronic stability control debuted in 1995 on high-end models like the Mercedes-Benz S600 and BMW 7 Series, using sensors to detect skidding and automatically apply brakes to individual wheels. The 1995 S600 featured a 6.0-liter V12 engine producing 389 horsepower, with a top speed of 155 miles per hour, electronically limited, and fuel economy around 13 to 18 miles per gallon. Priced over $130,000, it came loaded with features like traction control, adaptive damping, and luxury-level safety systems. ESC drastically reduced rollover and crash risks during emergency maneuvers, especially on slick roads. Studies by NHTSA and IIHS show ESC cuts fatal single-vehicle crashes by up to 50%, setting the standard for modern automotive safety. 3. Power steering. Power steering was first introduced in the 1951 Chrysler Imperial, using a hydraulic system called HydroGuide to assist steering, especially at low speeds or during parking. This full-size luxury sedan featured a 5.3-liter V8 engine with 180 horsepower, reached a top speed of around 100 miles per hour, and averaged 11 to 13 miles per gallon. Priced near $4,000 at the time, it offered premium features like fluid drive transmission and leather interiors. Power steering drastically reduced the physical effort needed to maneuver large vehicles, making driving more comfortable and accessible, particularly for urban traffic and older drivers. By the 1960s, it became a standard feature in most American cars. 2. Keyless entry. Keyless entry systems first appeared in the early 1980s, with the 1982 Renault Fuego being one of the earliest cars to feature a remote-controlled door lock system via a key fob. The Fuego came with a 1.6-liter to 2.2-liter engine, producing 64 to 110 horsepower with a top speed up to 118 miles per hour and fuel economy around 25 to 30 miles per gallon. Its price started at approximately $8,000, targeting tech-savvy drivers. The remote keyless system added a new layer of convenience and theft protection, eliminating the need to insert keys manually. This innovation paved the way for today's smart key systems, push-button start, and even phone-based car access. 1. Catalytic converter. In 1975, the U.S. government made catalytic converters mandatory for all new cars to meet the EPA's stricter emission rules. These groundbreaking devices transformed toxic gases like carbon monoxide, hydrocarbons, and nitrogen oxides into less harmful emissions, helping reduce air pollution. One of the early adopters was the 1975 Chevrolet Nova, which came with a 4.1-liter inline-six engine, producing around 105 to 145 horsepower, reaching a top speed of nearly 100 miles per hour, and offering fuel economy between 16 to 20 miles per gallon. With a base price close to $3,800, it delivered a solid mix of performance and environmental responsibility. The catalytic converter became a turning point in automotive history, setting the stage for modern low-emission vehicles and influencing global environmental standards for decades to come. In the end, it's clear. Cars didn't wait for the 2000s to get smart, safe, and powerful. Decades ago, they were already loaded with features that shaped how we drive today. Which of these innovations surprised you the most? And do you think modern cars still build on these old breakthroughs or just repackage them? drop a comment and let us know. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss more stories that drive the future forward.